So thank you, Erin, for being with me today and agreeing to talk to me a little bit about the volunteer program that we have.
Absolutely. I love talking about our volunteers.
Awesome. We have some amazing volunteers here.
We absolutely do.
Yeah, but we just met two of them, Kathy and Pete, and they're doing amazing work. So can you tell us a little bit about how the program supports the library?
Well, yes, our volunteer program, our volunteers support the library in so many different ways. It's hard to kind of encapsulate it into one thing.
Yeah.
We have volunteers who do a wide range of volunteer activities and tasks here. We met Kathy, who is one of our shelf readers. We met Pete, who works closely with the Friends and also is on the library board as well now. And we have volunteers who are on all three of our boards. So we have the library board, the Friends of the Libraries board, and the Foundations board. And we treat them all as libraries volunteers. Our volunteers really, it sounds a little cliche, but they really make the library better and stronger.
Yeah.
They do a lot of things for the library that are very, very worthwhile and important, but aren't necessarily part of the daily tasks of library staff. And library staff don't necessarily have the capacity to do everything that could be done to make the library wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's where our volunteers come in, and they do such a great job of helping us make the library wonderful.
Yeah, and that's something that really struck me in our conversation with Pete was when I come in, when my family comes in, everything is run so smoothly. We have such a great experience. We get help when we need to. But in the background, there's so much work going on that we don't see. It's just a front end patron just visiting.
Exactly.
Now, mention a couple of volunteer roles. Any other unique or specialized roles that volunteers help out with that people don't usually think of?
Yeah, so I know you'll be talking with some of our Volunteens, which is a separate Volunteen program.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, we also have a group of volunteers that come to us through the school district. They're in an adult transition program.
Yeah.
And they have a wide range of abilities and skills. And they come several times a week, and they're doing all kinds of different tasks for us. They're often doing things like cleaning toys. And while we have custodial staff that cleans the building, toys don't always get cleaned as part of a regular library service, but these volunteers will clean the toys in the youth area, which is wonderful. And they do other tasks from stapling packets for us. They have helped put together pamphlets and all kinds of things like that.
Nice.
Basically, whatever we need at that moment.
Very cool. Is there a common reason that residents give as far as why they choose to volunteer at the library?
Yeah, I would say there are two things that I often hear, almost always hear really, when I'm interviewing prospective volunteers.
Yeah.
And one is, I love the library.
Yep.
Right? They love reading and they just love being in this environment. And the other one that I think is very closely related is, I want to give back to the community. And because they love the library, this seems like a natural fit to be able to give back to the community.
For sure. And then is there a recent project or event that simply wouldn't have happened without help from the volunteers?
It's hard to pin that down too, but you know, we have several volunteers who do shelf reading for us, as Kathy mentioned. And even though that's not, you know, a one-off event, that's an ongoing process. It's a little bit like doing laundry. It never stops. But it's so important. If one book gets out of place, it can create a whole cascade of books out of place. And also then it's not where somebody who's looking for that specific book will be able to find it. So our shelf readers are making sure things are in the correct order. And that is something that library staff, we're so busy with other tasks that often is not something that we can do ourselves. So our volunteers come in and keep it running smoothly.
I have to ask, how did you get involved with working with the library?
Me, well, I guess I'm kind of a career librarian. I started working in a library in college as a work
Mm.
study student, and I loved it, and it seemed like a natural fit. And so when I graduated, I just kept working there, and I got my master's degree in
Mhm.
library science and information. And uh, about 8 years ago, I wanted to move back from Madison, from where I'd been living at the time, and this position at the library, the Sun Prairie Library, was open, and I applied, and it was just like it was meant to be.
Yeah, well, we're very fortunate to have you, and thank you for all
Oh,
your hard work.
I'm the lucky one. I'm so fortunate to be here working in this community.
Yes. And then anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, one of the things that I would like to make sure to acknowledge is that we want to make sure that our volunteers are getting something out of their
Mm,
time here as
yeah,
well. They are so beneficial to the library, but we want that to be a mutual experience. And we want volunteers to feel like the time they're spent here is worthwhile
yeah,
and to know how much we really appreciate
yeah.
them. That's really important to us. Um, the other thing I was going to say about, you had asked about um, events that might not have,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, one specific event we held very recently was our 90s night at the library, and that was a great success.
One of the best decades.
It sure was, agreed. Um, we had a group of volunteers who came in and helped us put together some of the crafts for that.
Mm,
And those crafts, boy, they took a long time to put together. I don't think our programming
mhm.
librarians who put the whole program together maybe realized how much work they were going to need to put into it. So without the volunteers, some of those crafts wouldn't have happened. And I I think that we've had other programs as well. Shelby Van Pelt, the author of
Mhm.
Remarkably Bright Creatures,
Yeah,
came to the library in December, and we had a volunteer helping with that. And that event brought in over 200 people, and
awesome.
we we were so glad to have the extra support of volunteers for that as well. So they really do help make sure that we can run programs well and smoothly.
Well, thank you so
Nice.
much, Erin. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and the volunteers, and thank you again for all your hard work. We really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. I appreciate your coming in and letting us shine a light on our
Oh,
volunteers.
of course. Yep, thank you.